Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name's Raymond, and today I'm having an interview with Alex from Dragori Games. Hey Alex.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank
Yeah,
you. So,
okay.
Dragori Games, you are situated in Brazil,
Yeah,
and
all of us.
all of you, the entire team of
But
Dragori Games.
the company is American, but we live in Brazil, São
Okay,
Paulo, the city.
all right. And you, Alex, together with your colleagues or friends, Danilo and
Yeah.
Clayton, you
Yes.
designed the game Arena the Contest.
Yes, three of us. Each one made some parts of the game, but we three design and we three make the publishers tasks.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and you had a very successful Kickstarter for
oh,
the
thank
game.
you,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was very
thank you so much.
well funded and lots of stretch goals. So that's
Yeah.
bound to be a hit. And I hear that the game is right now being delivered to several places in the
Yes.
world.
We are very happy. I was very anxious to read the people's thought about the game because we did thought the game was good. People who played with us here enjoyed a lot. So we are very anxious to people get the game and start playing.
Yeah, I can understand. So, Alex, what can you tell us first of all about Dragori? How did you get started with Dragori Games and with Arena the Contest?
Yes, studied Kickstarter a lot. We play a lot. So we developed a game here and we thought, well, let's make this game as best as can be so we can try to make a Kickstarter campaign for it. So
Hmm.
we studied a lot and opened a company in US and then we could launch a Kickstarter.
Ah, I see.
So the three of us really believed in this game. So this is the reason we started the company.
Okay.
Well, all our professions are completely different. For example, I'm a pediatrician. My friend is an architect, and the other is a lawyer. So we have completely different professions, but we did believe in the game, so we started the company
Okay, cool. And how long have you been developing the game before you brought it to Kickstarter?
about 5 years.
Oh, wow. So
Yes,
it's obviously very polished by now and very
yes.
much done, of course. Yeah. All right.
Yes, I believe everything like the balancing, and so you must play to have the feeling. We
Mhm.
cannot explain how the heroes are balanced, but when you play, I think you're gonna see it.
Okay, cool. So the game
Okay.
plays for 1 to 8 players, which is a huge player count. So you can play it solo and up to 8
Yes.
people. And you can play it player versus player with a free for
Yes.
all or team versus team kind of game. And you can also play it cooperatively with a campaign, just like a dungeon crawler.
Yes. Yes, this is one reason to take so much time to develop the game. Because when you are done with PvP, we started to develop the cooperative, and we didn't want to be just we have the cooperative, but it's not important. We have both modes with the same importance to the game, so we have to polish both of them.
Hmm. Yeah, I understand because you've got a whole epic campaign set up with lots of
Yes.
chapters that you go through, and I understand that you even have to make choices during the campaign, and that kind of
Yes.
leads you into a different branch of the story, and
Yes.
there's
Different
puzzles.
branches and endings and
Okay,
yes.
cool.
Have
So you
lots of
could
content.
nice, yeah. So you could actually just play the game a second time and then go through a completely different story, basically.
Yes, you can save the world, but you can destroy if you make the wrong choices.
Okay,
It's
cool.
interesting.
Nice. All right, so there's different game modes as well. There's a tournament mode. So what can you tell us about those? You got tournament mode, you got capture the orb, you got one versus all, you got nightmare mode. So what can you tell us about those
Yes.
different game modes?
Yes. Well, let's start with PvP. You
Hmm.
can play three heroes against three heroes, or 4 heroes against 4 heroes. So, and in this, you have two 8 players. For example, I have a single player controlling 4 heroes, and you have one player controlling each hero. So, and a combination up to 8 players. So this is the classic PvP. So players, heroes will just destroy each other, and the last standing will win the match.
Okay.
This is the. You can play capture the orb. So it's like capture the flag. You guys must pick up the orb and take to your base. And you can play one player controlling a dragon against 4 players controlling a heroes.
Cool.
It's a very interesting game mode.
Mhm.
So this is the player versus player. You have the cooperative. So you can play. The game is pretty challenging. You have to really think about your decisions to win the match. So the scenarios are not easy. So I just go there and destroy all the monsters and say goodbye. No, you must think. Oh, if you don't play well, you're gonna lose all heroes. No? So you have 2 modes to scale the difficulty level. So you can play as Daydream. So it's not easy, but it's less challenging. You have more resources to play. Or you can play Nightmare. It's very hard mode. So you have to have a plain notion of the game and everything you can do. So
Okay.
this is the modes.
Cool. Nice. That sounds very interesting. I can't wait to try it.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
there, we already talked about replayability. There's going to be huge replayability, just not for
I believe.
only for the campaign mode, of course, but also because when you're playing PvP or team versus team, there is plenty of heroes to choose from, and they're all different classes and they have different
Yes.
abilities and stuff. So you can mix and match your own team and then play against
Yes.
each other, which really sounds interesting. So there's several different classes. Can you tell us a bit about the different game modes of those characters?
Yes, it's pretty like the classic. So you have the tank, that is the hero who can take a lot of damage and tries to call the attacks to him.
Hmm.
You have the brute, so they're gonna make lots of damage, but shoot lots of damage to ranged. You have healers to heal and buff your characters, controllers to debuff, and so it's nothing people are not used to, but we try to put the things on like how can I say, in a easy way to know, so you know what you will expect for the hero.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They have completely different attacks to each other, but the task on the combat is according to the combat rule.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it will be a lot of fun figuring all that out as well.
Yes.
And what can you tell us about the story, the setting of the entire game?
Yes. Well, firstly, it was Danilo was the chief of the stories, and so he coordinated this part. But the summary is: imagine a world that people believe. Perhaps people believe that God said, "Well, bloodshed will be punished with natural disasters." So,
Okay.
if you made a war, it's gonna happen a cataclysm, a hurricane. So people, well, destroyed a lot of the world this way. So people, oh Lord, I learned our lesson. So now all decisions, instead of war, we're gonna decide on the arena. So heroes representing all nations. So oh, I have to dispute this territory with your country. Okay, so we're gonna choose my heroes and your heroes, and we're gonna fight on the arena. And who wins, we're gonna take this territory. So
Okay.
now you have just one army, just one emperor that dominates all the world, and they have just one army. and this army only obeyed the emperor. So they got through a arcane ritual. So they stopped having. It's like a lobotomy, but arcane. So they only follow the emperor orders. So if you kill a soldier, they were gonna pick up a random citizen and become another soldier by this ritual. So people, you have peace, but people are suffering because this is not the good way to live. So this is the setting.
Okay, that sounds
And,
very cool.
and yes, and the campaign plotting is one of these disasters God made. Oh, is the wasteland. It's a region of the world that is completely dominated by um, a dark energy. So you have poisonous gases and dark energies. Nobody can live there because they start to have hallucinations and become mad. So this region start to expand. Yes, so the emperor called the heroes and said, "Whoa, we need to find out why does it is happening, and please solve it like you can."
Hmm.
So you have to investigate why this is happening. So
Okay.
you have many courses of actions and investigations to try to make the correct course of action. So you can end up destroying, making this expand a lot, or really cleaning
Okay.
the based on your choices.
Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. A
Yes.
very unique setting. Okay.
Yes.
And I also hear that will there be future expansions and what can we
Yes.
expect?
We are planning to launch another Kickstarter campaign on January.
Okay.
So we have an expansion to create another campaign bigger than this one, and a new hero class, the commander. So you have the hero and his companion. It's a very interesting mechanic. So we're gonna use two miniatures
Mm.
and an AI for heroes. So now you can play PvP against the game itself. It will be a very, or even quests, but only controlling one hero. I believe it's very, it will add a lot to the game.
Yeah, so even more new gameplay, even not just
Yeah,
additional gameplay, but even new gameplay. I like that. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
yes. And
And
you are, I'm sorry, we are
no, no, just go
creating
ahead.
a dragon collection, so you can play dragon versus dragon.
Oh,
So I believe people enjoy a lot. So now we are testing perhaps one dragon and three heroes each can play. And the dragon will have some buffs to the heroes based on the dragon. So we have the beautiful miniatures and you have an interesting expansion.
okay, cool. All right. And will the game also be available at retail after the Kickstarter ends?
Well, we didn't take the game to retailers because we thought we would launch another Kickstarter campaign. So, but
Okay.
now when that campaign ends, we have to check if but perhaps it go to retail.
Okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that then. But in any case,
Yes,
in January there will be a new Kickstarter, so you can also get all the previous game
yes,
components. All right. Cool.
yes,
Okay. And will we be seeing Dragori Games at any conventions next year?
yes. We are at Gen Con this year.
Oh, nice.
It's our first Gen Con. So we, oh my God, this is huge, and oh my God, for us it was very marvelous. Oh my God, what is that? I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yes, but yes, we'll be there next year for
Okay.
sure.
So at Gen Con and maybe at Spiel as well?
We will try.
Okay, for the European fans, of course. All right.
Yes.
So, well, those were my questions, Alex. Is there anything else
Thank you.
you'd still like to touch on? You'd like to discuss about the game?
Well, we try to make this game based on three big things. Né?
Hmm.
We believe in balance for hero. It's very important because if one hero is better than other, it is no longer an option. We have the obligation to choose it is his, or just oh, I'm gonna. Então, we try to balance the game a lot and make it really different. Even heroes from the same combat role have completely different gameplays. So when people start to playing, I believe they will see this.
Okay, nice.
That's the
Okay. Well, Alex, thank you very much for your time and for our interview here and for your explanation of the game. And I'll
thank
be
you.
looking forward to seeing it arrive and doing a review of it, of course. And then
Thank you so
next year
much.
in January, we will see the next expansion Kickstarter where everybody can get the previous game as well. And well, when that goes live, I'll put a link in the description below so people can go and check that out. And well, we will see you then. And I hope.
Okay, I'm just here. Thank you so much for this interview, and thank you so much for all backers that believe in us, because it's our first game and we are very, oh my God, what can I do? It's Kickstarter, and
Yeah.
but we try to make our best to make the game as good as it could be. We really make our best, but we are very happy with the results.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it already looks very promising, and well, I can't wait to see what people say
Thank you,
about it on Board Game Geek and other social media. So looking forward to that as well. Okay, well, Alex,
thank you
thank you
so
very
much.
much. Have a nice evening, and everybody, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.
Thank you.